who's with Reec.
Hey, yeah.
Who you with?
Wendy Williams is in here. How you doing? You know who is the top 5 dead or alive? D-Block General, Jada Kiss. And right now with my cousin Big Reec, baby. Check it out, y'all. What it look like. It's your main man, Fabulous, man. I'm holding it down with
Reec, my brother Reec.
Reec.
The homie Reec, you already know, man. It's Taylor Gang, I die.
Who you with?
Reec.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Hey, man, we are back at it. Of course, on Magic 107.5, 97.5. Your boy Reec right here. Reec Show Live, broadcasting from Media Campus West. We got a very special guest in the building, man. And this guy, I just want to have a conversation with him. We've been on the phone trying to make sure he could come through. He's very, very in touch and intertwined in the community. So this is actually a blessing to be able to have him come through for a few minutes and chop it up with us. He's making some great changes in the city of Austell, a suburb outside of the city of Atlanta, but also has his own challenges that he is really spearheading in. I just wanted to commend his brother firsthand, shake his hand. You know what I mean? When I'm trying to say this in the exact right way, we don't get a lot of opportunities in certain places, right? And in certain, I guess, sectors, especially when it comes to law enforcement. And when we do, it's great when we have somebody shine in those opportunities. So without further ado, I need to introduce to you guys Chief. I gotta say it. Austell's Chief Scott Hamilton is in the building. Let me hit the hype button for that. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, Reec? How's everything?
Everything is great. I know we knew each other outside of this and outside of that because like you do a lot of stuff with the brother. I see you got that purple and gold on.
All
you know
day,
what I mean?
Make us our fight to the day I die.
He's been a part of some of the basketball tournaments and stuff we've done, and just all types of community stuff. But now you're in this role that has not looked like this before. We saw a couple of years ago, Mayor Ollie Clemons was elected in, our first black mayor in the city of Austell. Now, are you the first black police chief?
First black police chief of Austell and Cobb County, period.
Whoo, let me hit the button for that, man. So shout out to you. I know Owens made history up in Cobb as being the first black sheriff.
Yes.
Shout out to his recent victory. And now you're the first black police chief in Cobb. That is amazing, man. Let me hit the high bell one more time. Try not to wear the button out today, man, but I just want to say congratulations on that.
Appreciate that, man.
I do want to ask this because anytime, everybody knows I work with Clippers and cops and some different people. Like, how did you get into law enforcement?
Oh, wow. Man, you know what? I get asked that question a whole lot. And sometimes, man, I have to sit back and really, really think about it because growing up, my whole mindset was to play NFL football. So I wanted to play football. I went to college on a scholarship. I mean, that was I knew that's what I was going to do, right? Yeah. But of course, hey, sometimes our plan ain't always God's plan. And so after I did not make it down the NFL route, hey, I had to do something. I've always been a person that really liked to help and serve others. I got that from my grandparents. I was raised in South Georgia by my grandma and my granddad. Cordele, Georgia. Shout out to Chris County, watermelon capital of the world.
There we go.
But what she always taught me and instilled in me was, hey, you always be thankful for what you got and what God provides for you, but also give back. You always reach back. And so I could, as I was wondering what my career was going to get, I started off as a mental health counselor.
Yeah. Okay.
And so dealing with children and addicts of all ages and stuff, I said, man, there's got to be something more I could do. Yeah. So when I started thinking, you know what, law enforcement, man, the narrative is always kind of be on the negative with law enforcement. Of course, it's dominated by white males. For the most part. So a lot of us. That look like us never really want to go that route. Right. So I've always been the kind that want to do the opposite. Right. So
road less travel.
Yes. So I started my career off actually at Georgia State University.
Oh wow.
I was a police officer there for about a year and a half, and I said, okay, now I need to do no more than this. This ain't really what I was thinking policing was about. So then I started with Cobb County PD. I got an interview on the same day with Cobb PD and Atlanta PD, the exact same day. Yeah. And so, you know what? Because of the narrative that I heard about Cobb, I said, you know what? That's where I'm going to make the most difference.
We need a representation in that area that had a lack thereof.
Absolutely. And I took that position, man. And then the rest is really kind of history. I worked my way up the ranks from corporal to I actually ended up being the first black deputy chief of Cobb County Police Department. Right. And then I retired from there in August of last year. And then I became the police chief of the city of Austell.
Wow, man. Now, being a high caliber athlete, I know a lot of those principles helped you when you crossed over into law enforcement. Could you share some of those with us?
Oh, absolutely. It's fun because I tell my son and my grandson this all the time is that sports really saved me. I mean, outside of having the grandparents and, you know, the that tutelage from them, man, sports taught me so much. One, about teamwork, right? About getting in that grit and that grind with your brother, you know, when things are bad and y'all just bleeding and sweating and y'all, you know, you're making it work.
Yeah.
It also taught me discipline.
Yes.
That was one of the best lessons that I learned from playing sports, man, because hey, if you don't have any discipline, one, you put yourself out there, you're going to get your butt whooped. Yeah, that's Bottom line, if you're not running the play the way the coach taught you to or doing what the coach say, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah. So I took that in life. And I'm telling you, I make a lot of quotes, right? Yeah. And I always attribute it to sports. Yeah. Because that's how people kind of relate. Yeah. And I said, well, hey, when we between the lines, we brothers and sisters. Right. You go outside the line, you know, y'all go do your thing. But once we're here at work, it's about work. Right. We're going to take care of each other.
I love that. And that also helps you to be coachable. And some of the best coaches were coachable people.
Yes. That's absolutely right, man. And I'm going to tell you something. I think that's what I see the difference in now compared to when I was growing up.
Talk to me.
The young folks right now is very difficult. Yes. And I'm not even going to put it all on them. Because what I had to learn, even from the law enforcement perspective, I had to change the way I go at them. Okay. The way, because you can't go at young people the way when I was young. I came from that old school, like, you don't ask me why. Yeah. You just do what I tell you to do and keep it moving.
And don't care about how I tell you to do it. Right.
Exactly.
I came the same way.
If I read my voice, whatever.
Just listen to the words and do what the words say.
That part. Now, you have to be mindful of how you say it, what you say, and these young folks want to know why. But you know what? What I learned is if you do it that way, if you just kind of curtail the way you handle business, speak to them with respect, because that's what they say. My grandson today, well, my mama disrespected me talking about my daughter. I said, first of all, you're 12.
You live in her house.
Bills. You're in her house. You ain't got no rule. You have no respect in the house, right? You got to earn it. And that's what I was telling. But that's how they think. Yeah. And so you have to show them respect and just let them know why you're doing things. And you get a lot more from young people doing it that way.
But you get the result, and that's what you're saying.
That's what you want at the end of the day.
Right. That's awesome, man. And taking that type of mind frame into the position you have, I see that it's a trickle-down effect in Austell. Like, I'm a resident. I stay in this area. I see how patrolling is a little different. I see how community is approached way differently. You know, it's a lot more involvement. And I know that attributes to your upbringing as well as, you know, just your character base.
Well, first of all, thank you for that. You don't know how much it makes me feel when I hear citizens come up to me and tell me, man, we see your guys everywhere. And he was so respectful when he talked to me and think, you know, because it was a whole total narrative before I got here.
Very much different.
And so to hear that, it really makes me feel good. But I'm going to be honest with you. I told him day one when I got appointed the police chief, I actually played that song. You know, it's a change is coming.
Yeah, there we go. Change gonna come.
Change is coming. I had my cousin. He was a Baptist preacher from South Georgia. Came and sung it a cappella.
Wow.
And I was looking at the police officer that night, and I was looking dead at him. I said, "Hey, look, what you accustomed to is no more. There's going to be a culture change here in the city of Austell, and it's going to start with how we treat people. We're going to start internally because you can't clean up outside till you clean up inside. Yeah. So when we cleaned up inside, that trickled out to the outside.
I really appreciate you saying that. I had a buddy who was, this is before you, I just want to be very clear. This is before his regime came in. I had a friend that became friends. I met him at the Chinese restaurant over here by the food depot. And he was a patrol officer, right? Spanish guy, but he looked white, right? And cool brother, we became friends. And he left the department to work at Target. And he was just like, bro, he was like, it was so bad in there when they found out he was Spanish that it just the narrative changed of how they approached him and everything, and then how some of the calls he would get and stuff like that. Right. And now he hit me. We still talk. He was like, man, I just see it over there now. I would have stayed if I was there now. So you know what I mean? So I just want to say, man, it people are talking, and they're talking in the right way.
Awesome. That's amazing. And again, what we as police leaders have to understand, and just leaders in general, is you got to make your people feel valued.
Yeah.
And it don't matter. And I think this nowadays, inclusiveness, diversity, those are just buzzwords.
Yeah.
People just throw that out there and not really knowing what that actually means.
Yeah.
Man, you should welcome people that look different, that talk different, that are different, because that's what our world is about, right?
It is, yeah.
So why not let our departments represent the same as our community? And that's what I feel like it should be.
I think it does. It really does reflect it now. And not just the color. I mean, the actual sentiment and the understanding of things. Now, if you break the law, you need to get arrested. I'm just putting it out there. That's just real. I pay my taxes. I get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But other than that, man, it's a different, I want to say, feeling of understanding and community now that we appreciate, man. So thank you.
Yes, thank
appreciate
you.
that.
I appreciate that.
Now, I do want to bring this up. We got people coming out of high school, going into leaving college. Like you said, you got a lot of athletes coming out that may not get that opportunity to play in the NBA, NFL, but still want to be able to use their attributes and some of those processes that you come up with, the respect, the dignity, being coachable, having that brotherhood or sisterhood. I think one of those steps of like law enforcement is one of those things that maybe they can get into. Is that something that you guys are looking for right now?
Absolutely. And we'll talk about it. I'll let everybody know how they can come in and apply.
Please do.
I'm looking for good men and women for sure. But to that point though, Reece, one thing I would, suggest to anyone that's looking at getting in law enforcement. First of all, law enforcement is unlike any other profession that you're going to go in. And let me key on that word profession.
Okay.
All right. It's not a job, right? If you get into law enforcement, any public safety, it has to be a calling.
Gotcha.
I mean, you truly got to feel deep in your heart that you want to help folks. You're not going to become a millionaire as a police officer. I'm going to tell you that right now. The salaries are competitive, but at the end of the day, it's not really about the money. It's about the leadership and what you're going to learn from that particular organization. I can tell you right now, you can bounce around all day long trying to go for that dollar. Yeah. Right. But if you don't have a leadership, a command staff, a police leadership that truly cares about you and your growth in being a person and a professional, it don't really matter. You can't put a price tag on that.
No, you can't. That's in any profession, but especially with this one.
True. Right. So again, what I encourage someone to really think about why you get, I'll be honest, Reece, I've said in final interviews with people and I ask them, why are you here? Well, just something I just want to try. I said, well, man, Walmart hiring right down the street there. You go want to put stickers on somebody if you just want to try something. Right. This here could be the matter of life or death. Right.
Not just for you, for anybody. Anyone. It could be a child or a senior.
Absolutely. Right. So you can't come in here with that, I just want to try mindset. It got to come in today. You know what? This is what I get up thinking about. This is what I go to sleep thinking about. Yeah. I want to really, truly be a difference in this world. And that is what I'm looking for in the city of Austell. So anyone listening to me, hey, you go on our Austell City Police website, you'll see the job offer for a police officer. Yeah. Also, we just got a brand new recruiting truck. Y'all gonna see it around city. It's tight. Okay. I got it wrapped up. It got a QR code on the back. You can be at the red light.
Just scan it.
Hit the QR code, man, and the application will pop up. So yeah, we're looking for good men and women in the city of Austell.
That's what's up. I know some of y'all get nervous when the police are behind you. Now you can get behind the police and scan them.
Well, actually, we also have the way we have it set up on the hood. Yeah. The police car could be behind you. So if you looking at the rearview mirror, it shows recruiting, we hiring. So we getting you at every angle.
I love it, man. Chief Hamilton is changing the face of what policing looks like, especially in this area, man. Once again, thank you for coming by. I appreciate the time, man. Absolutely. And I can't wait for people to just look into it as if you're looking for something to do and you want to make a difference. Let's just say you coming out of sports or something like that, or coaching is kind of in your DNA, but you may not want to be a coach. This is a great way to be intertwined in your community and make a difference.
Absolutely. Again, Reece, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the love.
That's what's up. And then we're going to see y'all on June 15th for the Juneteenth event.
Yes, you will see that recruiting car that day too. And a lot of my officers are going to be there that day. We're really excited about that.
Cool. We are too, man. Once again, thank you for coming by. We're going to get back to this music. Thank y'all for watching. We got another big interview coming up. Once again, the history maker right here. Chief Hamilton's in the building. It's Reec Show Live. We go.
It's time to see who's with Reece.
Hey, yeah.